Next here on the programme, we are heading to Croke Park for last night's meeting of Dublin and Monaghan. Now, these are two counties who I think would have been reasonably pleased with the start to the 2016 campaign. But could the Dubs make home advantage count in this one? Commentary on the game is by Ger Canning.
Dublin's unbeaten run at Croke Park in the league stretches back exactly 2 years. Monaghan came very close last season, but 7-pointed frees by Dean Rock contributed to their undoing. Tonight Dublin have Cian O'Sullivan back at centre-half and include Paul Flynn and Cormac Costello among the forwards. Monaghan's Conor McManus hit 8 points here against the Dubs in that last meeting, and now with Drew Wiley back in harness after his injury woes, the Ulster champions look more solid. Kieran Hughes returns at full forward with older brother Darren listed in midfield alongside Neil McAdam. Dean Rock goes in for that one, leaves it behind, he's on the deck as well. Drew Wiley able to take it out. It's a lovely ball up there as far as the main danger man, Conor McManus, and he illustrates just why he's such a potent force with his second point of the match. Dublin patient, Bastic, McCarthy. Kerr trying to keep tabs on him, but still it's James McCarthy with a great run. Can he complete it now here? And look who's up there. He's had one go already for McMahon, missed that one, doesn't miss this one. Carried on here well by Carol O'Connell. It's a lovely deception here, again by Conor McManus. Third time he's got on the ball. What about this for a shot? Brilliant effort. Twice an all-star, one of the finest forwards in the game. Well, worth the admission fee to come in and see this man in action here. Dublin trying to win their own kick out, and this time it is Kieran Hughes who went in there to help out. Dermot Malone, man of the match against Roscommon in Monaghan's opening game. Beautifully in here, Owen Duffy did really well to get by Cian O'Sullivan and really was hoping, I think, to plant it in the top left-hand corner of the net. A point instead. But that time Cian O'Sullivan was almost ready to pull him down, and appreciated had he done so, it would have been a black card and he'd have been off. To Moss Brady. Diarmuid Connolly trying to steal a march here against Fintan Kelly, succeeding. Back once again towards O'Quinilla. Kicking brilliantly with the left and kicking it over the bar, and the hill like that one. O'Quinilla's first point, and Dublin now within 3 of Monaghan. There's a lot of work to do here for the big tall midfielder, but he did it well. There's great pace in the way Monaghan are counter-attacking, and they're doing it with a fair amount of success so far. Oh, what a shot by Kieran Duffy. What a point by Duffy. Carty, as far as Cormac Costello. Back to Shane Carty once again. Driving Dublin forward. Dangerous ball, goalkeeper comes, gets a touch on it, not out of danger yet, and there's a player upended in the square, and the referee points to a penalty. This was Paddy Andrews. Goalkeeper got a little touch to it, not enough, and then immediately after that, this is where Desi Moan came across and flattened Paul Flynn. So it's Diarmuid Connolly against Rory Began. He's been beaten by 1 penalty in this year's Alliance League. He's now been beaten by another. Dublin 111, Monaghan 9 points. Dermot Malone quickly getting the hand pass out there as far as McInnesby, taking it back himself, then realising the peril he was in. Back to McInnesby, dished off as far as McManus, trying to make a little bit of headway. It's not going to reach the target, but pressure on Cluxton's goal. Back it comes. It's come off the post. Shane Carey was the one out of luck. But this is what was happening here as Mick Fitzsimons and Philly McMahon were trying to deal with this. Carey hit it off the butt of the upright. Monaghan fans here in big numbers urging their team on down towards the danger man. And the danger man has got it. And that's McManus on his right. And the sides are level. And McManus has kicked an 11th point, 2 of the 11 from open play, but this is where he won his battle, with 2 backs there and a goalkeeper, and he beat them all. Once again they launch their next attack, and once again it's Brian Fenton trying to pick out the full forward here, who's Paddy Andrews, laying it off, and that ball is kicked over the bar, and it's Cormac Costello who's got it. A point in each half for him. He's levelled it once again. Dublin 113, Monaghan 16 points. Very good score. Nobody marking Shane B. Carty on the far side. And Shane B has this chance of planting it in the square. Goes left instead, accurately to Bernard Brogan, turning splendidly and kicking it over the bar and kicking Dublin into the lead by 114 to 16 points. Bernard Brogan with his first of this match. It's Dublin who want to finish this match with ball in hands, frustrating Monaghan. It's still Dublin, and they're just waiting for a referee's whistle, and then they get bottled, and then the referee decides that there's a foul and it's a free kick for Dublin. Further frustration for Monaghan. And the referee blows the final whistle. Dublin remain unbeaten in this year's Alliance Football League campaign. A point between them at the end, and the full-time score is Dublin 114, Monaghan 16 points.
Dublin are the best team in the country. We wanted to come down and test ourselves with a couple of good victories here. You know, we've got 4 points, but we knew that Dublin are the benchmark for every team. So yeah, it was important to put up a good performance, particularly then in the second half when things were going against us, because I suppose sometimes it's easy playing when things are going well, but when you're just faced with a wee bit of adversity, the boys stuck at it well, and probably with a wee bit more composure we could have got something out of the game.
Turnover count was quite high. Shot selection, I think we want to kick 7 wide, 4 drop short, so you know that won't be good enough. But I thought the boys showed great effort throughout the game, and the boys who came into the in both halves as well showed good determination. So that's good to see this time of the year.
Well, Monaghan did have their chances to take the points in that one, but Dublin showing the better composure. I suppose, in fairness to Monaghan, they pilfered the points down in Roscommon a couple of weeks ago. James, they didn't get them last night, but then I suppose, as Malachy said there, that's the Dubs are the champions, and that's it.
Yeah, I'd say Monaghan be hugely disappointed not to get something out of the game. They were in front for a large part of the game. They went 4 or 5 up at the half time, and then coming near the end of the game. The worrying thing for everybody is that when Dublin just stepped on the gas, they scored 5 or 6 points in a row to go 1 up at half time, and Monaghan showed great character to go in front again after the penalty that Dublin scored. But again, the last few minutes, Dublin put the foot on the gas again and just pulled away, won the game.
They did, and I suppose, Pat, that is as a result of, as Dublin have in the last couple of years, gone the distance in the championship. And there's nothing like, as you well know, learning experience, composure, how to deal with it.
And being All-Ireland champions, composure comes with being All-Ireland champions, and you saw that again last night. Sometimes Monaghan had 12 and 13 bodies back behind the ball, but Dublin played with the head up, kept possession, wasn't panicked at all, waited for a player in support, and this is just one in Diarmuid Connolly holding up the ball, looking for a runner, lays it off to Emmett O'Conneilla, and eventually scores a fine point. And that composure and confidence was really in evidence in the last couple of minutes, Michael, when 1 point down, 3 minutes to go, brilliant kick pass from Brian Fenton, Paddy Andrews, who's playing great football, showing well for the ball, and a lovely point off to Cormac Costello. And this was the winning point. Probably poor defence by Drew Wiley in the sense that he showed Bernard Brogan onto his right foot. Now, Bernard Brogan didn't have a great game when he came on last night, but this is the mark of a true player. You know, this is a class point from a very acute angle. He had missed 2 earlier on, but a great player will have the confidence to go again. That's a class point from a class player. So, you know, overall, it was a really enjoyable game. What was disappointing was that there was only 17,000 at the game. But I think Monaghan will come away from that game saying, I think they've improved, because I thought last night, what I saw last night, they were playing with a much higher tempo. Their transition from defence to attack was much quicker. They played with more pace, and they had a couple of good youngsters coming through, McCarthy, Kerr and Carey. So, you know, they probably could have got a draw out of it, but it was a great performance by them.